Hey legends, welcome back to my channel. Insta360 has sent me their top selling 360-degree camera called the ONE X2, plus a bunch of accessories to shoot some insane content. A big thank you to them for sending me all this gear. Let's jump right into it. Looks so sick. Let's open her up. This is the camera. Looks pretty epic. And then there's this bullet time cord that they've sent me, like a lens cap, a fast charge hub, plus a spare battery, mouth mount, a floating hand grip, an invisible selfie stick. So the cool thing about this is it literally disappears. That is super nice as well. Feels very good quality. Look at the length on that. So I'm excited to use all this stuff. Let's get a close up and then we'll take a closer look at the camera. All right, time to finally open her up. Wow, so that's it. Get a close up of that. So it comes with an accessory box. This will come with the protective pouch, 2 of these screws, a lens cloth, some stickers, the warranty guide and owner's manual, just to charge it with. It's pretty small and nimble. I like this design. Get a close up. So it's saying before I can start recording that I gotta download the app. Before you can use the camera, you do have to put a micro SD card in, which they sent me. And if you take the battery out, it's just that little spot down here to put it in. And then the battery, which has 2 latches on it, just by pinching the 2 sides. I do find these latches really hard, like the power one, which you use to charge or export on your laptop. They're quite difficult to put back in, but you want it to be watertight, so I guess it's all right. So I've used the camera a few times now, and I'll quickly explain like the buttons and the layout. It's got the power button, which is also like a mode and function button on the side of it. Then it's got the record button right in the middle there. It's got a microphone there for that 360-degree sound. Then it's got this beautiful circle touchscreen right here. So if we press down the power button, see the LED lights it's got on both sides. On the circle screen, you'll be able to see what it's filming, including the remaining battery, storage at the top, lens mode. You can swap between the front and back camera and the current resolution and frame rate. It has a really intuitive design like most action cameras, where if you swipe down, you'll have access to the system modes, including brightness, locking the screen, quick capture, the LED lights, AirPods, wind reduction, voice control, then all the other general settings. Then if you swipe to the right, you'll be able to access all the media, swipe left to adjust the camera settings, and then swipe up to choose between photo, video, and time-lapse mode. So that's really great. That's like the GoPro and most other cameras. 5.7K, and I can shoot at 30, 25, or 24 frames per second. Then they have 4K as another option, where I can shoot at 30 or 50 frames per second. And then there's 3K, where I can shoot at 100 frames per second. So that would be the slow-mo. Now, some of the features this thing comes with is horizon lock, where you can be filming something and it will just lock on the horizon. It auto tracks, you can take photos, do time lapses with it. It's waterproof down to 10 meters. It has voice control. Like I said before, you can connect your AirPods to it. It has 360 audio and it has Steadicam mode, which is like hyper smooth, just that really nice stabilization. It has battery life up to 80 minutes of recording. Now with the different accessories, they have so many. I think the best one's probably the invisible selfie stick, which I quickly showed off before. You just attach through there, and then you don't even need to have it pointing. You can just be filming like that. And the great thing about this, it's just gonna be able to film me and look like a drone's following me. So I'd use the selfie stick mainly when I'm skating or on a boat or out a car window. So much creative options when it comes to the selfie stick. You can't leave this flat on a surface, so all you gotta do is pop that on. But it does also come with this pouch, which is a really nice tight fit. You can't need one or the other, you don't really need both. Then the mouth mount, so this would be for those POV shots. We put that through. It did come with another mouth mount, but this is the one I use on my GoPro, and you can just have it like this. Again, it doesn't matter where it's pointing because it's gonna capture everything. Doing anything in the water where you're worried you're gonna lose it or drop it, I think the floating hand grip is probably the best option. This is the bullet time cord where you can swing it around in circles and get like a really cool dramatic shot. Yep, that is extremely scary. I don't know when I'd use that. Another great one is the fast charge hub, and charge them all at the same time. Now, when it comes to editing, I did actually use the desktop app for all these clips, as you can export in whatever resolution you want. The app on your phone is really good because you have access to their shot lab. They have all these AI edited templates like stop motion, freeze frame, dolly zoom, and all this other cool stuff you can do off your phone. However, you can only export that in 1080, which is such a shame. So I did actually end up using the desktop, and the main one I use is just the deep track. So if I'm skating or something, I'll just select myself so the camera's always pointing at me. If we talk about some of the likes and dislikes of this camera, we'll start with the dislikes. One of the things I don't like is when you press record, wait for it. It takes like almost 5 full seconds to start recording. So if I was out in the surf or something's about to happen really quickly, I might completely miss that moment. That's one thing I don't really like about it. The other thing is out in the surf, it doesn't have anything floaty for it. Like the floating hand grip barely floats, and you can't wear like a necklace or an arm leash. It would be awesome if it came with like an invisible floating jacket. I think that would be so good for all the watermen like me. The other thing is this, so it turns that screen off, and when you tap it, it won't come back on. You actually have to press the off button, which I thought is pretty weird. And the other thing is the water drops on the lens. This is why I don't think it's the best surfing camera, is because even doing the lick dunk method, which I use on my GoPro, it doesn't really remove the water drops. And then I tried like rubbing it on my wetsuit, and again, there's still water drops. And then the other annoying thing, which I guess is kind of like a pro, is editing it in post. Whereas if you shoot with a regular camera, like the one I'm filming with right now, I'm shooting exactly what I need to shoot. I don't need to touch it. Whereas with this, after you shoot something, especially like an action sport, you have to constantly be like editing keyframes, pointing at where you want it to look. That's very time consuming. So it's like a pro and a con though, because then you can shoot everything. But then some of the likes, so I love the shape and design. It's super easy, you can just slip right into your pocket. The fact that it's waterproof and has 360 sound, I think is just insane. Has voice control, all these incredible features, time-lapse photos, has a really great app on your smartphone. And the best thing is filming, so I can be setting it up with a selfie stick. I don't have to worry which way the camera's pointing. It can literally be upside down, across, not even facing where I want it to, but it's gonna capture everything. I think for what it is and for its price point, this is probably one of the best action sports cameras on the market. So I'm really stoked with it. And for the price point, they both sell at about $750 each. Just the value you can get off this one little camera for 750 bucks, I think is insane. If any of you are interested in purchasing or learning more about the ONE X2, I will leave links at the top of the description. Overall, I think this is an incredible camera that everyone should have. If you're looking for an action camera just for POV surfing, I think sticking with a GoPro is still the better option, as you don't need to edit in post. It floats. It's just much easier to use. I really struggled with this out in the surf. What do I do with it? Plus, you won't get the water drops on the GoPro. But considering you can still shoot POV with this, plus have all those other incredible features, is just mind-blowing. I'm really excited to use this more on my channel and capture different perspectives when I'm shooting, vlogging, surfing. And I will have a surfing tips and tricks on how to use this coming very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you made it to the end, leave a comment saying 360 so I know you made it this far. Keep frothing, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.